Welcome back to our Blue Ribbon Quest to find the South's best pulled pork barbecue. Now, few can lay claim to bragging rights like Fincher's and Macon. Now, this family tradition actually was launched into history on a space shuttle. Have you been to Macon, Georgia lately? Here's a city full of historic experiences that fall into that don't miss category, like the breathtaking antebellum neighborhoods, hauntingly beautiful Confederate cemetery, relaxed downtown shopping. Oh, and then there's a venerable historic institution that is Fincher's Barbecue.
Every town has its institutions, and in Macon, if you're going to list all the institutions that we do have, Fincher's would have to be there.
And for more than 60 years, Fincher's has been there, ever since Doug Fincher started turning out his own special brand of Q. These days, Doug Jr., his wife Alice, and their two sons, Doug III and Jake, make Fincher's a three-generation family affair.
I'm gonna walk right here.
Better make that 4 generations, according to Doug III's oldest. He'll be getting to work pretty soon. They start him young at Fincher's. Doug Jr. was only 5 when he tried his hand at carrying out a curb service trade.
I dropped it and spilled the food all over the people, and my daddy fired me. So that was...
When I was a little kid, my dad had me come out here with him and just do little odd jobs.
I started when I was probably 4 or 5. I was cleaning up stuff. They paid me $0.25 an hour.
What child labor laws? After all, we're talking about a barbecue dynasty here. The Fincher family is still turning out meat on the pit Doug Sr. designed more than 60 years ago.
We think it's the best in Georgia, or maybe the best in the South.
Astronaut Sonny Carter thought so too. So when he was given the chance to take a hometown food favorite into space on the Shuttle Discovery, he gave Fincher's Barbecue the blue ribbon.
It's freeze-dried, of course, which they take up, and you would stick a tube in through this hole right here and add water to it, liquefy it, then put it in the microwave up on the space shuttle, and then they would eat it.
In fact, it was Sonny's Thanksgiving dinner in space, and who can blame him? After all, this is meat cooked long and low over smoldering coals. They lay huge sheets of brown paper over the meat as it cooks to trap the smoke and give it that blue ribbon flavor. Once off the pit, it's pulled by hand, separating the lean meat from the fat and bone. Then it's chopped and mixed with that Fincher's secret barbecue sauce, made fresh every day. Macon natives wouldn't have it any other way.
We cook hams and shoulders, ribs, chickens, pork chops.
Oh yeah, they do indeed cook pork chops. You gotta see these babies to believe them.
You gotta be a big man to eat one of these. A Fincher's pork chop is about that thick. And good for you too.
Let's not run that theory by anybody's cardiologist. The choppers are good, but mostly it's all about that blue ribbon barbecue.
You know, there are people who tell me all the time they have to come over and get their weekly fix at Fincher's. I mean, it's just part of their diet. You know, in the South we have barbecue as one of our basic food groups.
And speaking of food groups, what's great barbecue without the sides? Like handmade coleslaw and Brunswick stew, both family recipes. Plus, there are those legendary Fincher's burgers.
I need 2 stews, 2 fries, and a hamburger.
Sure, the food's great, but it's not the only thing about Fincher's that keeps them coming back. There's the old-fashioned curb service and the memories.
Well, I met her daddy here, and I also had my first wreck here, running into the pole right over there.
This was our cruising spot here when we were in high school.
Everybody hung out at Fincher's and had a big time. We could get to dancing out there to the music from the cars and everything. And Mr. Fincher, he was good about it. He let everybody do whatever they wanted to do long. And we were not rowdy. We were just having fun back then.
So, in the end, it's tradition that keeps Fincher's Barbecue going strong. Tradition and consistency.
Doug, let me ask you something. Has anything changed in this store since World War II? Nothing has changed since World War II except the prices. Is that it?
I don't think it's changed.
It hasn't changed.
No,
That's the beauty of it.
that's what
It
makes
hasn't changed.
keep coming back. I said, I've been coming here for over 50 years, and it's still the same. The food's still the same. The service is still the same. And I imagine if you look around, you'll find some of the same people still here.
Still coming.
Nothing like hometown tradition.